internet dropped out while I was streaming and I didn't notice, so lost 20 minutes or so, I think. Maybe not quite that much of gameplay. So I guess we're now from episode 0 into episode 0.5. The game really doesn't want me to record the first part of it, I guess. Anyway, I'll backtrack a little. So, let me think. So, spoke to this guy, and then I came in here. Found the crime scene.
It would take tremendous effort to move this thing, let alone tossing it over like this.
This guy is a housemate. This house is where the Albert Throgmorton was brought when the fisherman found him. This is one of the guys that lives here, and he's having some trouble. He doesn't really remember what happened. He remembers they brought the Albert Throgmorton guy here, he was unconscious, and then he woke up and he was speaking like strange language or something, that's all he remembers. This guy has been beaten over the head with a barrel. It's certainly one way to go. Yeah. So this was happening. Just very Sabrina the Teenage Witch going on there. So this is the Innsmouther's room. So then I was able to go into my retrocognition and I found this guy woke up and everyone started running away here. And out here there's a guy with a gun shooting at Albert Throgmorton. This guy was picking up this barrel and about to smash this guy over the head. And then Albert ran out here. From there I could see like phantoms to follow. They led me here. I can't see them anymore sadly, but they led me this way. Found another shotgun shell here.
So the fisherman pursued Albert, even let off a few shots.
And this way.
Even though Albert was wounded, he managed to climb that high. Robert wasn't exaggerating when he said he raised him strong.
And then let me into here. I came in here. Found a blood stain here.
The blood is fresh. Whoever it belongs to could not have
blood.
gone far.
So it looks like he was dragged, bleeding. And the body.
One fatal round through the forehead. That's no accident. This was deliberate.
And then also in here I got attacked by one of these things. This isn't the one that attacked me because the bodies that you can fight disappear. But all of those things attacked me. That's basically everything that happened here, and then from this I was able to go into my mind palace and make some deductions. So there's tensions between the Throgmortons and the Innsmouthers. As a result, Lewis may have wanted to have killed him. Albert Throgmorton was dangerous though, and everyone around him seemed to suffer hysteria and they all started fighting, so I'm not really sure what or why. So now I'm trying to track down Lewis, because I found... I spoke to a fortune teller, so I'll go back to her. I won't speak to her again, but... I found in the pocket, there's some torn fabric here with a note in it from Peter to Lewis. Something about operating a bar, so then my next obvious lead was to go to the bar. And yeah, so I just got to the bar when I realized my stream had stopped working because the internet was dead. I'll go back there now. Very atmospheric game. This fortune teller lady
Embrace your fate.
told me a whole bunch of nonsense. But you know, I'm sure this will be completely meaningless and nothing bad will ever happen to anyone. Except the guy who's already dead.
Hate.
Now, this is where I got up to, so now I'll talk to the barman and see what he can tell me.
Welcome to Under the Keel. What do you want?
That's good.
I've
He's
seen
gonna attack
some
me.
unsettling creatures around, like nothing I've ever encountered. What are they?
So you met a wild beast, newcomer. No one knows what they are, but consider yourself lucky to still be in one piece. They arrived in the flood. Some say they come from the sea. Others that they are Kay's punishment for us.
And what do you say?
If it bleeds, you can kill it. Keep your gun handy. And if you want to erase the memory, I sell a perfect cure right here. Remember, better to be a coward and live than brave and dead. Unless you're a newcomer.
These people really don't like newcomers here.
I'm looking
Sounds
for a
like
man by
Lewis
the
Flynn.
name of Lewis Flynn. Any chance he's here?
Yeah. Even if I knew, I don't rat to newcomers.
Cool.
Robert Throgmorton hired me to investigate his son's disappearance. I found the note about your debt to Lewis near his cold, dead body. It looks like Lewis murdered Robert's kid. You want him to come here and ask instead of me?
What?
Don't what me. At best, you're harboring a criminal. At worst, you're an accessory to murder.
What? No. I ain't done nothing.
Tell that to Mr. Throgmorton.
No. No. Throg. Lewis is upstairs. Here's the key.
Smart man. There's your good deed for the day.
Some
Bye.
pretty top-notch manipulation there. See what Lewis has to say for himself.
What the? Get the... Oh.
Not having a great time while you maybe sit in the chair instead of on the wet floor. Hey, do you?
Hey, who are you? What are you
Hey,
doing?
it's Lewis.
Charles Reed, private investigator. Mr. Throgmorton hired me to find his son Albert, so I think you know why I'm here.
Ugh. That darn bartender. It was all that crazy ape's fault. You hear me?
Calm down. I only want to speak, for now. But no, if you reach for your gun, you'll hit the floor faster than you can say poetic justice.
I got nothing to hide.
Let's
What
ask
kind
him
of,
about his face.
Why do you... Your face, it's,
Oh, so you're here to attack me just because I look different to you? Wanna spit on me, whisper to your friends? What's new?
no, I'm sorry. I didn't know how to ask. I've just never met someone like you before. I didn't mean any offense.
Innsmouthers' bodies were blessed by the sea. You're gonna see a lot of us here, so you better get over it. We are proud of who we are.
Ooh.
You shot to kill. No warning, no second chances. You pursued Albert even after he fled. Why?
I can't remember it. When he woke, it was like a bloody mist descended over me. First thing I recall after is that darn warehouse and me covered in blood. I had no idea what happened, though I suspected it had something to do with that ape. Turns out, I was right.
He really doesn't seem very remorseful.
Start at the beginning. What happened?
We were in our house, me, Paul, and Will. Barry'd gone to the sea. Though I told him that it would only bring bad luck. If he'd listened to me, we'd all still be alive.
Come on, Lewis. Focus.
Right. Well, Barry dragged that damn ape to our house. He was bragging about how much Mr. Throgmorton would give us for saving his son. But that ape, He was out cold. Then woke in an instant and started screaming, attacking us. After that, can't remember a thing.
I hear there's a bit of a feud between the Innsmouthers and the Throgmortons. Care to fill me in?
Those apes hated us from the moment we arrived in Oakmont. Our home was destroyed. We just needed a place to stay. The Blackwood Grand family sheltered us, but others were not as hospitable. We needed jobs, food, and medicine. The city denied it all.
Someone did definitely hate this guy.
Fight for every crumb of bread. And those Throgmortons in their high castle only made our life harder, always conspiring behind our backs, always setting people against us. I'd love to see them suffer like we suffered.
You mentioned a grand family. What do you mean?
So you're a newcomer, huh? Explains a lot.
Yeah, a newcomer with a gun. Answer the question.
Straight and just threatening him.
Okay. People here are crazy about bloodlines and tradition, reputation. The head honchos of Oakmont are called the Grand Families. There's the Carpenters, who control most of the city's underworld, the Blackwoods, who share kin with Innsmouthers through the Marsh family.
And let me guess, the Throgmortons.
Right, those filthy apes. Now that most of the Blackwoods are gone, there's nobody left to protect us Innsmouthers.
The things you did to Albert don't look like a bloody rage. A fatal shot to the head, a hidden body. One might start to wonder if it was deliberate.
Well, I don't know what to say. I wasn't myself.
I think I've got all I need.
Please, Mr. Reed, don't tell Throgmorton about me. I know I'm in no position to ask. I didn't want to do whatever it is I did. Honest, have mercy, please. I have a family. Without me, they'll starve.
I don't know. Everyone else was impacted, but I mean, the one guy that was alive, he's clearly messed up. He can still hear the voices, and he's very remorseful and terrified that he may have done something wrong. This guy...
This is not exactly cut and dry. I need some time to think.
Perhaps I can offer something to grease your grinds. I still have a few bullets on me.
Oh, you mean you didn't use them all? I mean, I'm gonna take the bullets, but...
It turns out I arrived here unprepared for business. You give me a little something to get started, and my lips are sealed.
I knew you'd understand. Here you are, Mr. Reed. Please, I told you the truth, I swear.
I wonder if he did. Let's go to my mind palace. Oh, that's terrifying. I'm not sure. I think he probably was under some influence, but I think he wanted to kill him anyway. But wanting to kill someone wasn't the same, but actually until he did kill him. And he doesn't seem to have any hangover like the other guy did. Like the other guy's still affected by it. So in my original playthrough, I spared him. I guess makes sense to spare him now as well, because then it's going to be the most consistent playthrough. So I don't know. I'm still not certain that sparing him's the right call, but that's what I did originally. So that's what I will do this time. I say original playthrough. It's not like I'm much further than this. Alright. Let's go and give this guy, even you said his son is dead. So I'm sure he's going to be thrilled to hear.
Mr.
What?
I was going about the creatures first.
Some unusual creatures, and they sure weren't friendly.
You've seen a wild beast, Mr. Reed. I'm somewhat surprised to see you still alive. Those unsettling things appeared after the flood. I've commissioned a few studies on them, but we know little more than when we started. They're aggressive, but fortunately not immune to gunfire.
Yeah, I learned that firsthand.
Try to avoid them when possible. And when you can't, keep your weapons handy.
Cool.
Mr. Throgmorton, I'm afraid I have bad news.
Oh no.
Yeah, I found your son in the basement of a nearby warehouse. I'm sorry, but he was murdered. Shot in the head and the body hidden.
No. It cannot be true. No, no, no. I don't believe it. No.
I've tracked down your son's murderer.
Where? Who is he?
So, again, last time, my actual game, I said the murderer is dead. So it makes sense to keep doing that, as much as I want to find out what happens. But I'm not going to keep playing this one. So I've told him the murderer is dead. I know that. Tell him that he tracked him down and found him torn apart by the wild beasts. And that in the next action, when I go to the hotel, I get a letter from Lewis saying, hey, thanks for treating me well, and I think he gives me something. So this time, let's turn him in and see what happens.
Just as I suspected, the Innsmouther Lewis is responsible for your son's murder. He's hiding at the local bar. Just ask the bartender. Seems like he had a bone to pick with your family, and took it out on Albert.
Oh, that scum won't be getting off easy. The whole city shall see what happens when you cross the Throgmortons. Justice, bittersweet as it is, shall be served. It's rare for a newcomer to make himself so useful. Thank you.
Mr. Throgmorton, I hate to press you, but do you think you could help me now?
Yes, you've earned it. Kay, to think a newcomer barely off the boat solves a crime the police couldn't, but I digress. Remind me, what brought you to Oakmont?
I'm
We
looking
keep the
into an
fact that I'm
outbreak
having
of
visions
erratic
under wraps
behavior
for now, I
and
think.
madness, all linked to shared visions of this place.
Indeed. Then our goals align. This inexplicable hysteria has spread through Oakmont after the flood. I funded an expedition to explore recent geological activity that may be responsible.
A geological expedition? I'm not sure I follow.
I have reason to believe the flood and this madness have the same source.
I love this guy's
As
voice.
above, so below. So I sent men to find out.
How'd that go?
Has your expedition found anything?
I do not know. Albert was part of it. His passing cannot be coincidence. Why was he alone at the port? And where are the others?
Do these cases of hysteria involve shared visions as well?
Since the flood, many Oakmonters have had similar nightmares. Indeed, Professor Doe, the expedition leader, complained of them herself.
Waterlogged ruins with unnatural architecture, a sleeping giant, drowned streets, and a voice calling from the depths.
Her words exactly. She proposed the expedition, desperately wanting to find the cause.
You mentioned the flood. You think it's more than just a natural disaster?
You weren't here, Mr. Reed. What happened defied scientific explanation.
You think your son was killed because the expedition uncovered something?
Is it so hard to believe? I had no news for a week, then Albert, the only one I could trust, comes comes ashore and is killed.
It does sound suspicious.
Mr. Reed, I want you to find out what's going on. I expect you're as interested in the expedition's results as I am.
If I'm going to look into this, I'll need to know more. Where should I start?
I'll give you the address of the expedition's headquarters and a key.
That's all you can tell me?
Let me be clear, Reed. You do not speak to me like that again.
I'm sorry, Mr. Throgmorton. I just meant the more I know, the better.
I am a
Feels a bit
busy
sensitive.
man. I funded the research, but left all preparations to Professor Doe and Albert. When you've finished, come see me at the Throgmorton family manor. It's in Old Grove. Here, I'll show you.
Yeah,
What
it's
about my
such a
expenses?
They will be reimbursed after you complete your task. And of course, you've earned some compensation for your work here at the port. I'll also include a fair advance in bullets.
Bullets?
The dollar lost its use here, Mr. Reed. After the flood, Oakmont returned to bartering. Bullets mean more than bills.
Bullets mean bills. Ooh, knowledge points. Alright, cover side. Asher Road and Hubert Avenue. Bad buy-in, bad boy. Road and Hubert Avenue. I think that's it. Okay. More bullets. Well, let's get more bullets. Alright. Okay, let's do this. And that one. That as well. Didn't need that. Alright. Let's go to the expedition hall. Expedition office sent on. Wonder if I can go talk to this guy again first.
You want a drink?
The door won't budge.
I cannot. Ah, so there are police here that wouldn't let me leave. That's all. Edward's appearance. Cutscene. Ghost train. Got my hat. And I guess that's how fast travel works. You just get eaten by a giant monster and spat out into your hotel. Doors that can be opened unlocked with a special hobo sign. Just like real life.
Crew of the Cyclops. Semper Fortis, brothers.
Very much up to yours. That's the side quest.
Never again, they say.
Have to go find a bunch of mysterious books. Also,
No matter how much of this I chug down, the visions always return.
let's switch outfit. Looking forward to this one. Sorry, not this one. Cultist. Well, I probably won't wear it. It's kind of weird. Sherlock Holmes, the Doctor, Copper, the creepy old fisherman. Like, the very Robert Downey Jones Sherlock. Let's go with this one. Right, so I started a pogrom against the Innsmouthers. I think I prefer saving him. Yeah. Mr. Vanderberg. So. Some delicious pale spring to showcase. So the side quest, I heard there's 7 magical, mystical books. I won't bother picking it up here because I'm not going to do it, but in the actual episode, 2 onwards, I think I've tracked down 1 or 2 of them already. So essentially, there's 7 books. Each book have to go to somewhere on the map and solve the puzzle, and get a book. Okay. Someone else's room. Who's that? Huh. It's a guy down him. Sorry. Let me go down here.
Finally, you're awake. Gotta tell you though, mister. You want to stay on here? You stop making all that noise.
Noise? What noise are you talking about?
I expect my guests to be respectable. Moans, chanting, all that kind of thing.
Huh.
It stops, all right?
Nah, it wasn't me.
Got any proof it was me? It could have been one of my neighbors. I slept like a rock. I didn't hear a thing.
That's exactly what a newcomer would say. Your neighbors are respectable people and would never do such a thing. Don't think your yellow-clad patron means you get away with everything.
You're not exactly friendly with your guests. Are we the ones keeping you in business?
All these newcomers after the flood, they're stark raving mad.
What do you mean?
You can't imagine the crazy notes and books I find after they move out. Only thing they're good for is lighting the kitchen stove.
Can I have a look?
I knew it. I tell you, no one sane would be interested. And you want to take a look? Well, fine. Take what you wish.
There's another side quest. Sorry, the letters are on the side quest to go, and I think I may have done one in the episode 1 video. Again, you go and you find places around. It's a big crab. And go in there, get XP and whatnot. Is this guy Vic or is this guy Walter? Someone else entirely different. Victor, okay. So this guy's like threatening this Walter guy about hotels.
I'm watching you.
There's the hobo signs. Give
Newcomer.
you an indication of what's going on in different buildings. Alright, key to the headquarters. I need to go to here. Grab a boat and get on over here. Can I not stop here? I don't think you can get out of the boat unless it's proper stop. Alright. Let's try what. I guess I can go. Alright, let's go the other way. Some of them you can sort of walk around. Not this one apparently. This one I can walk. That's fine.
No photographs, Jeremy.
Alright, just dropped your stick into nothing. Really didn't want photos. Well, let's snap a picture of people. Yeah, he just hates it. Ah! Alright, so people disappear sometimes here apparently. That's fine. Alright. Almost there. So yeah, headquarters. That's cool. That starfish has an eye. I like that picture. Oh, that door keep down.
Guess I don't need the key.
True facts. Let's dive in. Get the bends.
Are a few damp papers all that's left of the expedition?
This little swirly thing around me means I can
Someone
use
smashed
my
it over there.
retrocognition. Pardon me. Ooh. But let's have a snoop around first. Let's smash it. Ah. Source. Ooh. Let me
These
eat rock.
samples glitter in a weird way. I wonder where they came from.
Interesting. Anything else? Paranormal.
Can't say I ever saw another shell like it.
Wacky rocks. Alright. Down here. I can see bird. Okay, so let me see this jungle. What's happening? Okay. Hi. Hello, me, friend. I'm just loading my guns. Ah. Why? Why are you gonna do that? Okay. Pull the dance off and you just pull a gun out. Oh.
Guess this helmet's beyond repair.
Now you dead. A comment, Widow says I'm about shooting that guy, I see. Alright. Like, oh, there you go. Go to the past. What's this?
Grab the papers, smash the rest.
Alright. Up.
We don't have time to pick it. Stand back.
Don't hard to pick it.
I fatah me fe I regach I dagon.
So this is the kind of thing that I went through
Make
in the
sure
part
you
that
get the
got
adverts.
lost.
Time to figure this out.
So now I have to basically go, there's 4 of them, so I have to basically select them in the order that they happen in, so... Then,
We don't have time to pick it.
smash
Stand
things
back.
up and grab some
Grab
papers.
the papers, smash the rest.
I fatah me fe I
All look
regach
like it.
I dagon.
Not a bit sure though. Then it'll flash
Burn it
green
all.
or red.
Make sure you get the adverts.
Several men broke into the expedition headquarters. What they didn't smash, they burned. The archives, even the newspapers.
Good, my mind palace. Alright. Bigmont Chronicle. Which is... there. Oh, a bit spooky. See out of the newspaper. So I wonder, was that before or after Albert got murdered. They were gone for like, I think he said a week, maybe longer. Oh, I can't stop running. I love this guy with his bag of human parts. Does he like photos? Doesn't mind him. Yeah, it's a tiger. She doesn't like photos.
Please help a fella out. I'll take anything you got.
Give you
Please help a fella out. I'll take anything you
something
got.
so that acts. Is whatever the shovel. No, it does its job. Honestly, Meridian Ale. Keep yourself. The front right does keep yourself alcoholic. Well, you know. You should know the truth, and the truth shall make you free. Be ready to fight tentacles. Love the ads they put around. What are meant for clothes? Top coats, fine clothing, other fine clothing. Newspaper.
The old papers are by the door. Take them and stop bothering me already.
I think you've got me confused with someone else.
Aren't you a newcomer?
Help me out here. What's the connection between newcomers and old newspapers?
It's cold sleeping in the street, and they come to collect the old newspapers for warmth.
Huh.
Yeah, I guess I am a newcomer.
That's
Charles Reed, private investigator.
charming. This is such a friendly
I also
town.
need your old newspapers, the archive, to be exact.
That's what he's like. What?
So,
I don't need all
you're the one
newspapers,
who
but I will
cracked the
take some
Albert
old
Throgmorton
newspapers.
murder case. Nice work. I'm Helen Bland. Say,
Last name is
can
Bland.
you do me a favor? Give me an exclusive interview. You won't regret it. The Oakmont Chronicle is the best newspaper for miles around.
All right, I'll be sure to make some time for you, Miss Bland.
Do it now? Yeah. I've done that in the actual save. It's just a bit about myself. The archives. So I'm looking for an ad from Haven Bay e-commerce. Alright, Jeremiah Sanders. House? Oh, house. Alright. So, PS3. PS3 is 3. Head there. So there's gonna be boat, I guess. Get the boat most of the way. I left for this all the way down to the end. Left, should be there. Over. Ooh, look at that. Good deal. That is a... What the hell? Is that a whale? It's a straight shark. Good. Yeah, straight sharks. Straight sharks. Yeah. The red dice here. Yeah, sure. After you open that. That's oh, turning around. Teleport out of my boat. There's some hammers in there.
What's the problem?
Oh. Oh, chill. Just chill out, or just not. Alright. They don't want me interfering, that's fine. Feel a little bit weird back on.
Let it rock.
Right, hang on to the train tracks, hopefully I don't pass out this time. Stuff number 3. Stuff number 4. None of those are little, okay. Alright, we'll straight past it. Oh. 3.
Oh!
Thank Kay.
Yes, I'm happy.
Last. Hey, help! Help!
What's...
Sea creatures. Swarm.
I'm looking for Captain Sanders.
Alright. Got a couple of fish monster things. Hi. Oh, it has been cleared. Alright. This is the ship that the lifeboat was from.
They were in high spirits, and plenty of them were drinking.
The sailors, that's what they do, right?
This would be a weird artifact in any collection.
It would. It's kind of cute though. Come on. Blah, blah, blah. Ghost craft.
Cape Cod. There were marks here, but they've been erased.
Okay.
The monsters sure didn't leave
That's
behind
pretty messed
much.
up.
Gotta be out of your head to do this to a man.
Very messed up. Yep.
Shot dead.
Oh, what the hell? Getting ghost tentacle? Take some brain drugs. Yeah, so
They emptied every chamber. Still
you
stinks
get
of
low
powder.
enough sanity, then creatures appear and stop attacking you. That's fun. Yeah.
You can't take me!
Oh, the axe.
This!
That guy died.
To the mayor with you! Die! Die!
Just held him off. The massively axed.
No more drink. All we've seen. And you telling me we ain't allowed rum?
Let's get a handle on what actually happened here.
Alright, so sailors get denied more alcohol. Got a
All
little
we've
cranky.
seen. And you telling me to the mayor with you?
And kill each other. Kill the captain.
You can't take me!
That's fair.
This!
For whatever reason, the crew went berserk. Only one man got away.
You mind possible. Alrighty. See what this guy can tell me.
I've dealt with the creatures. Now, tell me about Sanders.
We got back several hours ago. Those things, they came because of him.
What happened on the Titania?
It was horrible. A damn massacre. I heard the shots. I went out. I saw the whole thing. Sailors bleeding, dying. Blood hit the water, and then, well, then the wild beasts came to feast.
Say Archer.
This Sanders. What kind of man is he?
Newcomer. Seemed like a decent guy. Okay, Captain. Treated his crew well.
Then?
I gotta find Sanders. Where is he?
Saw him get away. Just after the shooting. Ran for the pier. Didn't see what...
Did you see anyone else from the expedition?
No. Only Sanders. I'd bet my life no one else made it back.
Ha, you're wrong. Robert Throgmorton made it back. Hey, red icon. Let's see. Get the guy going. Even though he bet his life and lost. And sailor, so he's probably going to the hospital. That's not much anything. Let's go to the hospital. Hospital. Right. That's creepy. I'll get a word for that.
Don't do that again.
I'm gonna. Huh? Look at this little cat thing. Is this tongue just stuck out? Put it away, buddy. Hey, will I pass out on the bridge? No, I'm fine. So I can get a boat, Deep Shore Road. Pretty easy to go from there all the way. If I can't get a boat from Deep Shore Road, then that sucks. Maybe I can swim. Having a swim to here. I met eels that time. Do some crafting. Hey. Let's go. Right, yeah. Yeah. Alright. Yeah. First, I should go the right way. Material you enjoy it. Enjoy the design of the first aid. Got these carvings hate written on them for ambulances. There we go.
Patient or visitor? Hold on. Let Dr. Grant guess.
A visitor. Though you are a bit pale, you don't have a headache, do you?
The usual. Nothing to write home about.
This doctor wants me to do experiments
a chronic
for
headache
him.
sufferer.
Find information.
Fascinating.
Field research.
By coincidence, I was studying Helminth and their role in illness before the flood. Did you know that all of us are infected by Helminth? Your headaches could indicate that they have infested your brain.
That's news to me, Doc. Sounds serious.
May I suggest you become a subject in my experimental medical program?
Give me
experimental medicine. Well, I guess it can't be any worse than the asylum in Boston. Count me in.
I'm delighted to hear that, Mr.
Reed. Charles Reed.
Mr. Reed, take these pills with some water. They're a potent measure against parasites. Contact me when you feel improvement.
Oh god, I actually spawned that.
Not so keen on patching holes in myself.
What the hell did you give me, Doc?
Is something wrong? You seem perfectly healthy to me.
Your medicine blinded me, and then it gave me these visions. Worse than a blow to the head. What are you trying to pull?
0 out of 5 stars.
These side effects are a new development. I'll have to run some more tests. Let me know if anything else happens, won't you?
I'm looking for a man. Just
I asked him if I can help. He gives
cut up
me
pretty
a
bad.
case.
I've got a
to do
trauma
field
unit
research.
full of patients like that, sir.
Okay, this might ring a bell. My guy has a deep axe wound in his shoulder.
Sir, I really don't have time for rifling through paperwork. But you're welcome to take a look at our archives if it means
Very
that much
cranky.
to you.
Bye.
He was very cranky when asking for help. Okay, so just like at the newspaper, similar thing. So for a patient in surgery from Heaven, I guess. Here, after flood. No. Oh, well, they're all piece of evidence. Limited silence. Okay. So now instead of... Yeah, now I get it. Alright. Now I know Peter Crowley's probably not him. He's got one type of injuries, but deep cup wound to the left shoulder, so he's calling himself Joseph Miller. And that is where I will leave this episode 0.5, because episode 1 more or less picks up at this point. And then from here on I'll switch back to my other save and continue playing that. Cool. So, yeah, thanks for watching.